Joe Morales. Martin Chapa.
Here.
David Garcia.
Here.
Joseph Reese.
Here.
Jacob Pettis.
Here.
Della Salinas. And Brian Kufal is here. Let the record show there is a quorum of board members present, and that this meeting has been posted in accordance with Government Code, Chapter 551, State of Texas Open Meetings Act. We move now to the moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag and pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
All right, this meeting is being live video streamed. And we move now to item 4, which is adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Garcia,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Morales. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries 7-0. Item number 5, public participation. Ms. Pettis, do we have anyone that wishes to address the board? We move now to item number 6, which is the superintendent's update. Item 6A is a special presentation in memory of Malvina Canales, a plaque presentation for 49 years of service, 39 years of service. Dr. Pettis.
Yes, just this past month, we had a celebration honoring all of our retirees and people who had met certain milestones. Unfortunately, we lost Malvina Canales this school year, and so we wanted to make sure that her family knew that we were honoring her. So we have invited them up. If they could please come up here, and we have a special plaque and a gift for Malvina's family. At that same banquet, Dr. Alice Williams, where are you? You want to come stand up here? We want to honor you. Also, you weren't able to make it to that retirement dinner. So we want to thank you for all your years of service. We want to thank all the parents who are here and all of our students. We have a lot of recognitions, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. It really shows all the wonderful things that are occurring here in KISD. We honor each and every one of you that's going to come up here. We'll start with Dr. Pitts.
Thank you. As you can see, we have many recognitions tonight, so we're going to try to expedite and be as efficient as possible. Could I get, please, all the chess sponsors and chess winners up to the front here? So you can do that while I'm talking, and then we'll recognize you. On Saturday, April the 27th, 2024, KISD held their 2024 Spring Chess Tournament. Students from grades 2 through 12 competed in beginning, intermediate, and advanced divisions. This tournament showcased the year-long preparation of the competitors. After 7 rounds of intense competition, the event culminated with the award ceremony. Every student that competed received a tournament ribbon, and the division winners received trophies. Okay, so the winners are 2nd grade, Nicole Delanhal, 3rd grade, Vihas Chapuri, also David Cavazos. 4th grade, Gabrielle Tamez, Malachi Carmona, James Lovelady. 5th grade, Ayana Domini, Zeus Zavila, Brian McClellan, Adrielle Elon, Daniel Pena. And then secondary, we had Jack Welker, Dylan Sandoval, Jonathan Sissa. And then I have 2 chess sponsors here tonight. We have Ida Elamani, and we also have Yesenia Nieto. Let's give them a round of applause.
All right, we move now to item 7B, which is recognition of H.M. King High School AV Adobe and Photoshop Certified Professional Certifications. It's going to be found on page 6 of our packet. Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Barlow.
Good evening. Let me just give you a brief history before we announce all our certifications. We started certifications in 2020, which was the COVID year. So we only had 17 certifications in the year 2020. The following year, we had 100. The year after that, last year, we had 110. And right now, we still have over 20 that we're still testing, but we are now up to 170 certifications. And this is all due to our awesome instructors that prepared our students and the students who put in the hard work. We're very proud of them.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna call them twice. The first one is Skills USA, and these guys were the district champions, and they advanced the state, so I'm very proud of them.
Mr. Barber is that. Use the mic.
Okay, in radio, we had Michaela Carrasco and Matthew Rendon, have 2 men. In photography, we had Riley Garza. In digital cinema, we had Rosalind Figueroa and Eloy Garcia. In newscast production, we had Loraya Garza, Riley Munoz, Matthew Nicholas, and Anthony Hammond. Okay, and this is going to be the Adobe Certified Professional. These are 9 of the kids, basically the same ones that already passed the test. Riley Munoz, Micaela Carrasco, Rosalind Figueroa, Anthony Hammond, Loraya Garza. Okay, we have one that is not here, Jonas Colin, and another one, Alicia Arellano, she's not here either. Okay, and Noah Villarreal and Matthew Nicholas. They're all awesome kids.
If any of you attended the La Posada City Parade, the Christmas parade, they were the ones who recorded it and videotaped it live for the city. They came in and pitched in because the city needed an AV department to be able to do that. So they work countless hours at nights for games. They're recording them. If you look at K-Ville, you'll be able to see a lot of action live. So y'all have put in a lot of hours and we're very appreciative.
The next certification, general management.
Hello, everybody. My name is Letty Longoria. I'm one of the business teachers. And today I have a certification to present for general management. It is through the National Occupational Competency Testing Institute, also known as NOCTI. And we had 4 students that qualified on the examination that is a national industry certification. And today I have Ann Kusek, who showed to be honored. And so thank you, Ann, for being here. Congratulations. The 3 other names that I have are Jacob Cantu, Jalissa Charles, and Isabel Zambrano. They were all busy today. I am also continuing with testing. We had some other students that weren't available to test, and so we've got 9 more students this week testing.
The next is a competition, students who went to state, and this is for DECA competition.
Hello, my name is Diana Carrillo, and I, along with Leticia Longoria, are the sponsors for DECA. The following students represented Kingsville ISD at the DECA State Career Development Conference in Houston, Texas in February. There were 7,000 amazing students, advisors, and chaperones for our largest state CDC ever. Competing in Financial Literacy Project was Leah Rosas and Bianca Michelle. Competing in Integrated Marketing Campaign Product was Julian Cantu. And competing in Integrated Marketing Campaign Service was Sadie Jo Cortez. I'd like to add that for the first time for Kingsville ISD that I know of, we have a DECA District 1 officer, Sadie Jo Cortez.
Next certification is entrepreneurship.
Okay, the students enrolled in the entrepreneurship course at H.M. King High School have completed the requirements and received a certification through Certiport. Students who received their national industry certification are, they're not all here because there's 24 of them, Isabella Avila, Vilmaris Cabrera, Nivea Calzada, Julian Cantu, Jaslyn Castillo, Elise Chapa, Jalissa Charles, Isabella Davila, Francisco Espitia, Josefina Garcia, Jacob Obregon Garza, Jaylin Obregon Garza, Joseph Gonzalez, Sammy Lozano, Seth Macareno, Valeria Lopez Murillo, Hayden Peña, Aaron Ramos, Jamian Rawlinson, and Sofia Rivera. Congratulations.
The next certification and state competition is educational aid and TAFE.
I'm Grace Cepeda, the education and training teacher, and this year we had 8 students that qualified and met the requirements for educational aid. Our first one, Larissa Buga, Nayeli Herrera, and Olivia Turnblom. We also had Genesis Aspiros Rosa, Lillian Cantu, Jasmine Flores, Isabel Ibanez, and Ania Johnson. And our Texas Association of Future Educators, this is the first time ever they made it to state and competed at the state level. The first one competed as an individual, children's literature, K through 3, Sofia Cariaga. Okay, and then the next 2 competed as a dual competition in children's literature K through 3, Samantha Cruz. And Olivia Turnblom. And then I'd also like to recognize a team competition in researching learning challenges, Lillian Cantu, Ania Johnson, and Isabel Ibanez.
state qualifiers and future teachers. So we hope to get them back. Got a contract for you.
Our next certification, EKG and phlebotomy.
We feel healthy. Make sure you can see through it. Can you see everybody? Yes? Go ahead and speak.
Okay. We are extremely, I'm lost for words, really, I am. I'm so touched because it's been an honor and a privilege to be with these students throughout the 3-4 years that we have been with them. They did an outstanding job. They all had to maintain an 80 above average throughout the whole year to stay in the program. They also had to endure at least 25 successful sticks, that's venipuncture, and 5 capillary sticks, along with 5 live EKGs, which they did on each other throughout the semesters. So we're extremely proud of our group here. In total, we had 80 certifications total as far as EKG with phlebotomy. So for the EKG certifications, I have Victoria Lopez, Delana Rappel, and Janissa Longoria. The following students received both EKG and phlebotomy certifications, and that's Kiera Beck, Allison Boudreau, Elora Buck, Sydney Butler, Jasleen Castillo, Juliana Castro, Zoe Fuentes, Caitlin Galvan, Kayla Garcia Trevino, Kendall Gonzalez, Elena Hernandez, Heather Hernandez, Ariana Mejorado, Kendra Morales, Vicente Ovalle, Alexandra Perez, Dia Reyes, Dylan Sandoval, and Bea Sherrill.
Hi, I'm Shantae McCoy. I'm the other health science teacher, and I'm going to announce my students as well. For EKG and phlebotomy, I had Elena Aguilar, Lene Benavides, Luis Elizondo, Zanaya Hedges, Anaisa Herrera, Faith Macareno, Bryson Madrid, Hannah Ortegon, Julie Sisa, Abigail Celeste, Noran Ali, Isabella Canales, Kim Cow, Gustavo Fonseca, Alea King, Mallory Lopez, Larissa Puga, Abigail Rogers. For phlebotomy, I had Relena Utley, Monica Arredondo, and Gavin Garza for EKG.
Ms. Ramirez, is this the largest group, right?
Yes.
That gotten this certification?
80.
80 certifications, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Next year, they'll have an additional certification, they'll have 4. So just
Congratulations to y'all. Beautiful job.
We're halfway there. We have a lot. All right, the next one is our ASE certification.
Good afternoon. My name is Ciccolino Claudia. I am the automotive instructor at the high school. For the first time, these 6 students, as soon as they come in, these are the first students in the history of automotive. Okay, now, let me start from right to left. It's gonna be Andres de la Rosa. He did 2 certifications, one in electrical and one in paint and collision. And then it's gonna be Jimmy Mireles. He did his in collision and paint and body. Jonathan Sisa did his in electrical. Inicio Vera did his in, I think it was air conditioning, engine repair. King Vera did his in AC, air conditioning. They all did it in different areas, so John Vargas did his in engine performance. All different areas of AOC, first time.
I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Garza and also Dr. Sandoval, Ms. Ramirez, for working so hard to make sure that our kids would start getting qualified for these certifications. We knew how important it was, so thank you all so much for all your work as well. Dr. Sandoval.
Oh, okay.
Next certification and state competition is Autodesk and Skills USA competition.
Okay, so our first group up is our Skills USA students. They competed at district and qualified for state. David Hamilton and Michael Ayers competed in mobile robotics technology, placed first at district and competed at state. Sadie Gutierrez and her partner Ayla O'Grady competed at district in urban search and rescue robotics, got second and competed at state. And then Marcos and his partners, David Salinas and Jonathan Mulligan, got blue ribbon at district and blue ribbon at state. two more joining us. These are our certification students for Autodesk Fusion 360. Marcos Garcia also got this certification. Emma Hamberlin got the certification in Autodesk Fusion 360 as well.
Congratulations.
We have a new certification we're bringing as well, and this is floral design.
Good evening. As Ms. Ramirez said, this is a new certification that we brought into the district. It is on floral design. It is a curriculum that is done through the Texas State Floral Association, and it is offered at CARE Academy. And for it being the first year, we did get quite a few certifications, so we're kind of excited about that and excited to see how moving forward it'll do. I don't think any of my students are here, but I will recognize them anyway. The first one that we had was Crawford Bailey. We had Lariah Cortez, Caitlin Esfahani, Riley Guetta, Ramiro Guzman, Jayla Hinojosa, Katie Lee, Barbie Pineda Garcia, Robert Regalado, Mia Rodriguez, Ethan West Garcia, Marlene Sanchez, and Deandra Munoz.
They work very closely with the flower shops around the town, and they created some beautiful bouquets, beautiful corsages. A lot of the students at the CARE Academy, though they have jobs right after school, they have families to go take care of. So we appreciate all the work of the CARE Academy. Thank you, Ms. Odie. Thank you.
The next certification is vet assistant.
Good evening. The veterinary assistant certification level 1 requires the following to be completed before receiving the certification. These students had to earn 300 hours of supervised clinical hours, 200 hours in the classroom setting, and they had to take a 100-question multiple choice exam that had multiple choice, open-ended, and a written portion, and they had to complete this with a score of 80% or better. The students that are receiving this certification today is Tristan Mienta, Brianna Mendes, and Dakota Sines. The students who have not yet to receive this certification will be receiving it in later June because they had to complete their certification hours still.
Congratulations.
Our last certification is welding.
Hello, my name is Eric Gonzalez, and I am the Applied Agriculture Engineering and Welding teacher. The students enrolled in the Applied Agriculture Engineering course here at H.M. King School have completed the course required and received a certification through the American Welding Society. The students are Noah Resendez, Juan Mireles, Joshua Johnson, Joel Salazar, and Luis Salazar. Thank you.
Before we leave, one of our floral design students is here. We'd like to recognize that student.
Thank you. I've always wanted my 15 minutes, but I'll get 2 minutes this time. Barbie Pineda Garcia, she got her floral design knowledge base certification this year. And so she made it just in the nick of time, sort of. Okay.
She's gonna do it, right?
You Floyd.
And as we mentioned, we still have several that are still testing, and many of them are doing it this week, and even after school, we do have opportunity for more testing, so hopefully we'll get more students certified, but we are at 70 at this time. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Ramirez.
You're welcome.
Good evening, board. Right now, H.M. Keene Early College High School would like to recognize the following students for receiving their associate's degree from Coastal Bend College. These students were enrolled in the early college program there at the high school and completed 60 hours of college credit while attending high school. Let me say that again, 60 hours. That's a lot of, and they're still involved in band, FFA, and everything like that. And they were able to do it. They went above and beyond. These students preserved, the rigorous dual credit courses and received their associate's degree from Coastal Bend College on May 10th, 2024. The students being recognized are Osne King, Brianna Mendes, and Tristan Mendieta.
That's a brave, always brave, all right? There you go.
Good evening, everyone. Thank y'all for being here, and it's awesome to see all these amazing students get recognized for all these various different things. And I just think that shows the positive direction that Kingsville ISD is going and then everything we're doing to accomplish. So it's a great thing to see. Now we'll acknowledge some of our student athletes. that advanced in various sports. And we'll start off with our high school Brema cross-country team and head coach Ismael Esquivel.
All right, I'm Coach Esquivel, and I am the cross-country coach. Our team consisted of, I don't think they're here tonight, but Zapata, Adami Cruz, Safira Hallett, David Flores, Dylan Guerrero, Homer Utley, and Laura Buck. Our qualifiers in regional were Kayla Garcia Trevino, Robert Trevino, Dylan Guerrero, Santos Zapata, Jacob Rivera, Emilio Lara, Jacob Indieta, and Julian Mendez. And we also had one state qualifier, Robert Trevino, also Javelina signee. Robert Trevino qualifies to state. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll have our Brema Strong powerlifting team, head coach Herman Rios.
I'm gonna call you. Okay, my name is Herman Rios, Brema for life till I die. Proud of these young people right here. I'm gonna start with the regional qualifiers. We had Absadi Mata, 435 total, got second place at regional. Navia Suarez, sophomore, 555 total, got sixth place. Josiah Suarez, another sophomore, got 615, fourth place at regional. Abigail Rogers, senior, hit a 665 total, third place in regional. Relena Utley, senior, 905 total, first place in the region. The girls' regional meet, Kingsville has never really had a girls' team compete per se. And this year, our young ladies came out 5th out of 23 teams. On the boys for regional, we had Andrew King-Bo Gonzalez Jr., I have senior, hit a 1120 total and finished with first place. One-man team, Bo finished as a team 12th out of 27 teams. State qualifiers, we had Absadi Mata, hit a 430 total, finished with 7th place. And senior Elena Utley hit a 945, ended up with 2nd place. And there's an asterisk on this one, guys. I filed an appeals, didn't happen, but Relena had legitimate lifts where other lifters didn't. We fought it. It's a judge's call, but in my heart, she's a champion. The two young ladies at state, another first for Kingsville, they came out as a team 23 out of 83 teams. At Boys State, Andrew improved, hit a 1125. He ended up in 3rd, but First and second, one was a 3-time defending state champ, the other one was a 2-time defending state champ. He gave him a dang run for the money.
That's right.
And as a one-man team, he came out 23rd out of 101 teams. One more thing to say, awards and scholarship. Relena Utley was a girls MVP. And Andrew Bo Gonzalez Jr. was awarded the Region 5 Division II scholarship for $1,250 by the Texas High School Powerlifting Association. Andrew was also team captain and the boys team MVP. I know he's choosing to go baseball, but I ain't gonna lie. I've got 3 schools drooling to give him a full ride on powerlifting. And here's the deal. He can go baseball, he can do whatever, but that door's gonna be open for about 2 years. So if he ever changes his mind, he's got a full ride to big schools. I'd like to thank my assistant coaches, Heidi Amaya and Steven Salinas. I also had a volunteer coach, Gabe Garza Sr.
Now we'll have our Brahma golf team, head coach Joe Vilches. He couldn't be here tonight, had a family emergency, literally probably about 2 hours ago, so I'll speak on his behalf. So we could have our golf team members that are here come up. The varsity team members were Noah Resendez, Senior, Marcos Garcia Jr., Senior, Dylan Everett, Jr., Sergio Ramirez, Jr., and Joseph Vilches, Sophomore. As a team, they placed in 4 of their 9 tournaments, 1 first-place finish and 3 second-place finishes, including the second-place finish at the district tournament, which qualified for the regional tournament for the 5th straight year. The team placed 11th at the regional tournament, but had 1 individual qualify for the 4A state golf tournament that was held at Legends Golf Course in Kingsland, making it the 4th straight year we have advanced to the state tournament as a team or individual. Individually, the boys earned 17 individual medals. So the district results, 2nd place, which was an automatic bid to the regional tournament. We had a district champion in Noah Resendez. And then the rest of the 2nd place team was Marcos Garcia Jr., Dylan Everett, Sergio Ramirez, and Joseph Vilches. At the regional tournament, the team placed 11th. Again, the team was Joseph Vilches, Sergio Ramirez, Dylan Everett, Marcos Garcia Jr., and Noah Resendez. And Noah also was placed 3rd as the third individual medalist, and which made him a state qualifier. The state tournament results: Noah finished tied for 3rd place and had a playoff, and he barely missed the medaling after a 1-hole playoff, which technically, I guess, tied him for 4th, but he was tied for 3rd going into it. I mean, the playoff thing is just to see who gets the medal, but they all finished in 3rd place. But he played a great round of 2-day round of golf. And one thing, if you saw him before he left and saw his interview, he wanted to bring something back to Kingsville, and he brought it back. And he's a great young man. So we're proud of him for his state 3rd place finish. The district honors: Joseph Vilches was honorable mention in all academic. Sergio Ramirez was 1st team all district and all academic. Dylan Everett, 1st team all district and all academic. Marcos Garcia Jr., honorable mention in all academic. And then Nora Resendez was the district champion in all academic. And now we will recognize our Brahma track team, head coach Ruben Flowers. I just want to thank Coach Flowers for being here, dealing with his weather problems. His roof was struck by lightning 2 days, was it 2 days ago? And he has a hole in the roof right now, so appreciate your time being here. So Coach Flowers.
All right, let's see. First of all, Mr. Josiah Rivera, can you please step forward real quick? This is not a track thing, but earlier today, he received his first football scholarship, D1 offer, so congrats on that.
One thing I want to mention, just because we're talking about offers, Noah did sign with Texas A&M University San Antonio to play golf, so that's my apologies for not mentioning that. Congratulations to him, and then congratulations to Sai. Division I football offer as a junior is a big deal. Proud of you and all your hard work and sacrifice.
All right, step back, boy. All right, next up are one of our seniors, Mr. Big Rob. Please step forward for him, please. Rob received an offer to run track at Tamook, so congratulations on that. Oh, Mr. Mendieta, please step forward.
I know right before your mom came up to me and said that you received an offer to play soccer in England, at a college in England, and that you got a letter of intent and you're gonna sign, so congratulations. Play soccer, and then also get to kind of enjoy going to college, in another country and see all that. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity, so congratulations.
Well, good job, guys. Just a couple of stats for you. This past year, we sent 17 kids to area, and we sent 12 kids to regionals. Last year, I think only one kid went to regionals. Okay, so that's an improvement on from last year. Now, Mr. Rob, step forward. All right, my guy Rob here. He was an area qualifier, and he was a regional qualifier in the 4x4. Although we didn't get to run it, but good job, Rob. My guy Jacob, step forward. Jacob was second in district, was an area qualifier, was a regional qualifier in the 400, and he was also part of our 4x4 team. Little Jacob. He's a pain in my neck, man. No, I'm just kidding. Love kids to death. But Jacob was an area qualifier and a regional qualifier for both the mile and the 2 mile. So we got to compete there. Good job. Oh, also he's on the 4x4 team too, but he ran it and then I don't know what happened. He had cramps. I don't know. He was out of there for district, but good job, Jacob.
Way to go, Jacob!
Come on, freshman. So this young lady, Miss Layla, she I think was 4th at district. She barely made finals. I think she was 8th going into district finals. She barely got out of district, so she was an area qualifier. But at area, I guess she showed everybody what's up, and she was the area champ. So she was a regional qualifier as well. Good job, Layla. Miss Monica. Miss Monica is one of the fastest females in South Texas. And that's saying a lot because usually we talk about the other sister. But she had her own time to shine. She was a area qualifier and a regional qualifier. So congrats, Monica. KGT, can you go stand by side? Go stand by side. No, like on the other side of it. There you go. All right, we got Miss Gigi, step forward. So quick story, I had to make sure I got my facts straight, but Gigi owes me 10 points. And what I mean by that is she was leading the district race in the 300 hurdles. She got to like hurdle 4 and decided she wanted to trip on it and roll around on the ground. And then she got up and then she finished 5th, but it was crazy because she almost qualified for area in the 300 hurdles, but she came back. She ran a great leg in the 4x4, and she also was an area qualifier in the 4x2. So thank you, Gigi, for that. All right, step forward, Mr. Flowers. He was not good at anything. But Christian was a integral part of both of our 3 of our relays, and 2 of them that made it to regionals. He was part of the 4x2 that made it to regionals, so they were area qualifier and a regional qualifier, and the 4x4 that was the area qualifier and the regional qualifier. So congrats, son. KGT, step forward, ma'am.
Yeah, Kayla!
All right, so one of our mini school records holders that was broke this year, Miss Kayla broke the mile school record and the 2-mile school record. She also was an area qualifier. And then next year, she said she's going to regionals, right? All right. All right. Good job, Mom. Step forward. So my dude here, Mr. Sai, I call him Sai. He scored 48 points, I think, at district. So he won 4 events, or he won district in 4 events, and I think was second. No, I'm lying. He won district in 3 events and was second in 2. So that was the relay and then high jump. Yeah, because we're not going to talk about that. And then, so he was a high point scorer there. He was the high point scorer at area. He won 3 area titles. Helped the relay qualify. And then he got to regionals, and he won 2 events at regionals, and he was second in long jump. So at regionals, he broke 3 school records.
Yes,
And then we get to the Granddaddy of them all, state track meet in Austin, Texas. And my guy Sai over here, he bombed out on the long jump, right? We thought we were going to take it. We thought we were going to have 3 for 3, but he bombed out on the long jump. But all it did was just fuel him a little bit more. He was second in the 110 hurdles, and he is the state champion in the 300 hurdles. We also so the kids that is on coach, man, like I said, coach told you earlier, I just got struck by lightning. So everything's been kind of just been trying to figure it out a little bit. Let's see, Madison Carr was an area qualifier. Angelina Hernandez was an area qualifier. Nez Marie Sandoval was an area qualifier. Kalia Vigia was a area qualifier. Alora Buck was a area qualifier. Jaden Lewis was an area qualifier. Terrell Jackson was an area qualifier. And then as far as regional qualifiers, Terrell Jackson, Jaden Lewis, Gabriel Demenzies, and I think everybody else is up there. Everybody else is up there. So those are what we accomplished as a track team this year. Again, I think the spring sports get propelled by the fall sports. So they had a heck of a cross-country season, and I think it just carried over. I think we had a start of a pretty good football season. We started to build a little culture, and so it just kind of carried over. So I expect next year, we only had one kid make it to the regional finals, which was Cy. I expect to have at least 3 or 4 of you guys up there. All right, let's get to state. All right. Thank you.
So this was the perfect year to get a brand new track, right?
Oh, yeah, thank God for that. That was
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, real quick, I just wanted to thank you guys for the whole track. And that's important. We've got some people coming up that are going to be very successful. We're going to be in the state track meet a couple more years, maybe hopefully every year to come. So that's big for the community. I've already seen kids out there using it. So thank you guys for whoever was involved in that. I appreciate that.
Again, thank everybody for being here, recognizing these athletes and all of our students and everything they did. Thank you all for all of your support for these young students, and academically and athletically, and all of our administrative team that's very supportive, school board that's very supportive, superintendent is very supportive. And that's a big deal in order to have a successful athletic program, is to have that support, and we definitely have it here. And I believe that's why the culture has changed and the trajectory of the athletic program has changed. And I'm excited about the future, and we're going to bring a lot of medals and trophies home, and I'm excited about it, and I look forward to just making you all proud. Thank you.
All right, we move now to item number 8, which is the communication from administration. 8A is the budget recap report and the check register for April 2024. This can be found on page 23 to 28 of our packet. Dr. Pitt.
Good evening, Mr. Kufal, Dr. Pettis, members of the board. Nothing unusual on the check register. I'll take any questions you have.
I have one on, it's a teacher training.
Yes,
by
sir.
Luz Ayala. It's on page 25. What new teacher training, what's that consist of?
What was the amount for?
It is $1,200.
Okay.
Dr. Bessonise, is she here? If it's a new teacher training, what we have
It is.
is, we decided to do this year, new teacher academy. So for any new teachers, so that way they would have a cohort, and they have training every so often, whether they have questions about classroom management, technology. We just have never had like a kind of a rookie academy to help them make it through their first year or two. I'm assuming that one is it, if it says new teacher academy, but she must have
Yes,
stepped out.
that's it. That's
Any further questions? If not, thank you, Dr.
Well,
All right, we'll move on to item number 9, which is new business. 9A, by common consent, the board agrees to consider as one action item the following. 1, approval of regular meeting minutes of April 16th, 2024. 2, approval of special meeting minutes of May 13th, 2024. 3, approval of financial report for September 2023 to March 2024. 4, approval of investment report for September 2023 to March 2024. And 5, approval of the 2023-2024 budget amendment number 1. These can be found on page 29 to 69 of our packet. I'd actually like to request that number 5 be removed from the consent agenda, as I've got some questions on it. Other than that, is there a Motion to approve items 1 through 4.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Ruiz. Second. Seconded by Mr. Pettis. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries 7-0. We move now to item number 5, which has been removed from the consent agenda. Dr. Pitts, I just got some questions. It was page 68 and 69 of our packet.
Yes,
Do you-
sir.
Do you have that in front of you?
I do.
All right. Page 68, I've got no questions about. I understand the adjustments that are being made there, coming out of plant maintenance and operation and being added to some others. Actually, I do have a question. $500,000 being taken out of plant maintenance, is that because we chose to not do some projects that we had budgeted for, or?
That is because when we renewed the property casualty insurance, we went down from the 50 million loss limit down to the 15.
Thank you. My bigger question is on page 69. Why don't the adjustments balance?
The adjustments don't balance because we actually have an excess food service fund balance. So we are required to spend down some of the fund balance. So we are projecting that we're going to have more expenditures than revenues. We're actually required to do that.
All I needed to know. All right, having said all that, I will make a motion that that report be approved as presented. Is there a second? All right, any further questions on the budget amendment? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? That motion carries 7-0. We move now to item number 9B, discussion and possible action regarding the interlocal agreement between Kingsville Independent School District and Communities in School of the Coastal Bend. This can be found on page 70 to 74 of our packet. Dr. Pitts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Revolt. Yes, we have partnered with Communities in Schools of the Coastal Bend for at least 26 years. You see the agreement in front of you. What you don't see is we have an agreement with Pettis. We were able to lock in, I believe it was for around $18,000 a year for 3 years because there was a grant. But you see the amounts for the other 4 schools, and I'll let Gloria Taylor, she has a presentation that she's going to share right now.
Good evening, everyone. What a wonderful celebration. But thank you, Dr. Pitts, for telling us to come a little later so we could save our feet. We're hoping this will open up.
Doesn't like me.
It doesn't like you, sir.
Doesn't
I'm
like
so
me.
sorry. It liked me a lot when I did it.
You want to try it?
No,
Okay.
no. Okay, well, yeah, maybe you do that.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. See, it does. Now, I have my notes there, and I am very old school. Can I stand there? Oh, you're going to do that for me.
I mean, if you would like to, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm so sorry to be complicated, President Kubal and School Board Trustees and Dr. Pettis.
Where's the option? Don't understand.
Listen, if we can't, that's okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, all right. Good evening. I'm Gloria Taylor, and I'm honored to be the Communities and Schools as Chief Executive Officer. We are here to give a little update of what we have done so far this year. We cannot provide the final performance measures because the school's still in session, and all of our performance measures get uploaded to the Texas Education Agency, which in return will look at them over the summer, and then we will come back in the fall to give an update. So what we do, for those that do not know, we place our site coordinators, which I'm going to have them stand up to be recognized, because really without them, we would not have a program. And I know they work very hard in partnership with the principal, the counselors, the assistant principals, and everyone in the school. So please, my CIS sign coordinators and our pantry manager, please stand up and be recognized. So Communities and Schools, we're an organization. We believe in the power of relationships. We provide on-campus integrated student supports that empower students to succeed in school and achieve in life. And we do that by providing services on these components here and developing a campus plan, support plan that is presented to the principals based on the needs of that particular campus. They agree on the focus of the year and also a campus goal. And so we're going to review what those services are and how they've been doing on that goal. So first we want to talk about some of our demographics here. You can see that overall, from 1st until 12th, how many students have we been putting into our core case managed system. That is where we dive in deep and really find out the barriers that the student is having that is not allowing them to be successful. And we work to lessen or remove those barriers. And please, School Board of Trustees or Dr. Bettis or any leadership here, if you have any questions, please let me know. So the results of our work, right now, as of today, we have enrolled 1,321, we provided 1,321.5 campus goal service hours across KISD to provide assistance in the improvement of the daily average attendance and graduation rate. We provide 2,326 students served through campus-wide events. 326 students received intensive case managed services and 2,763 hours of intervention services in these 4 areas. Also, I think it's notable that they have worked very hard together to provide 701 attendance interventions, 1,282 behavior interventions and services, 164 academic support services, 381 basic needs assessment reports to our case managed students. So mental health has really been a focus since 2019. Dr. Bettis actually spearheaded an initiative that took off with Representative Todd Hunter. Since that moment, we were asked to participate in the task force, and mental health, we made a commitment that we were going to do our part in all of the school districts. So we have invested to buy a curriculum every year to give to our students at all levels so that they can be aware of the signs of suicide that if their friend is having, so they can go to a trusted adult and let someone know that their friend is in trouble. It was a commitment we have done and we're very proud of. Then we also expanded to do the elementary, and the elementary is called Gizmo Possum Guide to Mental Health. So you can see it's about a book about a therapy dog who visits people and little ones in schools and other places to comfort them when they're feeling sad, mad, or worried. So this is a way that our elementary students can also get those telltale signs and be able to go up to their teacher or their counselor or someone they feel comfortable with to let them know that someone's very, very sad in their school and needs to talk to someone. And at the upper levels, we provided the signs of suicide. It is done across every staff member. We do it in conjunction with counselors. And we also provide an exit ticket to these students so that if they are being triggered by the information, that they provide a little ticket and we give them to the counselor, and the counselor will bring them in to have a more intensive conversation with them. Okay, so how are we doing with our campus report? First, we're going to talk about H.M. King High School. H.M. King High School has 63 case files, meaning those students that are the at-risk, those are the ones that she's concentrating on to move the needle. She provided 1,053 hours and also 1,096 1,961 total case managed service count. She met with her principal and they devised a plan, and the focus was going to be attendance. And the goal was to improve the ADA from last year, which was 86.14%, and to improve it by 1%. So we gave, communities and schools gave every school $1,000 budget to use on attendance incentives. They had to create a plan with their leadership team. They had to have the principal sign it, they signed it, and then they sent it over us for approval. That way, everybody knew what was being purchased. Of course, we knew that the big things that kids are going to get excited about are electronics. So for the fall, she did the Apple AirPods, a Nintendo Switch, and the wireless speaker. So I'm happy to say that at the fall semester, the ADA was 88.50%, which if you go back to the original goal from the end of last year, it increased by 2.74%. So we were very excited about that, and we got ignited, right? Now the spring, we all know everyone gets a little, just tired and all that good stuff. So we did have a little decrease in the spring, even though we had a 50-inch, TV to give away, but it only decreased by 0.06. So overall, I think they did an amazing job at the high school. Okay, now focusing on Gillette. So Gillette has 60 case files, those are the students that she's working on. And as you can see here, the total service hours and the total of non-case managed students that are served, that means the whole school, 457. Again, the campus goal was to improve the ADA by 1%. Reminder of last year, it was 87%. At the end of the fall, it was at 92%, which means that it increased with not just this initiative, but all the other initiatives the school is doing, 5.79%. Amazing. So in the spring, we had other electronic incentives, and we saw an increase from 3.54%. So great job, Gillette. All right, moving down to Harrell. Harrell has 67 case files, and you can see the numbers there. I don't want to read them all to you because I know you've been through so many awards. And the campus goal was to increase, again, 1%. Now, Harrell already had a 92.34, which is, I know it's probably not as high as Dr. Perez, but anyway. So for the fall, they were given the $500. They had wonderful events, and it went to 93%. So we saw an increase of 0.71%. For the spring, it went up to 93.86%, which went up to 1.61. So congratulations to Harrell. Harvey, 69 case files. You can see the total service hours. You can see the case managed count, and you can see the total, this gum gets bigger and bigger. I think it gets in my mouth. Non-case managed students. So the campus goal was to improve the ADA by 1%. It was at 92.22 last year. At the end of the fall semester, it was a 93.24, an increase of 1.11. At the end of the spring, it is 92.74, which meant an increase of 56%. Congratulations, Harvey. And Pettis, here we go. Pettis has 71 case files, and you can see the counts there. They also had their goal was to improve by 1%. Last year, they were at 91.41. After the fall semester, 92.55. So they increased by 1.25%. At the end of the spring, as of today, they're at 91, or maybe yesterday, 91.91, which still is an increase of 55%. Congratulations, Pettis, and all schools on your attendance incentives. Other program highlights, as you know, we started the year with Stop the Bus. So we went to HEB and collected a lot of school supplies. We were so appreciative of Charles-Bree that the Kingsville Education Foundation partnered with us, and we took 20 kids to Walmart and went back to school shopping. We also want to note that 26 H.M. King High School seniors have been given their cap and gown, which a total of 1,220. Holiday baskets, we gave out to 30 families for $900. We have been paying for the Boys and Girls Club to do the Friday care, which equaled for the whole year $8,500. And I'm very excited to say that I just got off the phone with John Pettis earlier. We have found some foundation money, and we are going to do this joint venture again next year. Yeah, so exciting. Okay, so family support. This was something that was given to us by the Tres Grace Foundation. So they gave us money to not only do the care room at Gillette that we're going to be unveiling as soon as it's complete, but they also be able to provide basic needs for our families through electrical help or mortgage or their house payment or rental. So far we're able to help 7 families and a total of 950.
Can you elaborate a little bit about what we're doing at Gillette with that segment?
We're very excited. So Dr. Sandoval has a vision, right? He has a vision, and so does the principal of Gillette. So and Jessica has done a real amazing job with an intern and social work. So they have worked together. We are doing what we call the calming corner. We are going to provide a room when you go in, and this is going to be for teachers or one of those kids that are having an aggravating day and just need somewhere. You go and it's going to be painted a beautiful calming color. It's going to have aromatics going. It's going to have a soundscape, and it's going to have one of those, what's that thing called here? I don't want to say the wrong term. Massage chair, is that what you call it? But that sounds kind of cheap, but it's really a nice chair where you lay, you put down it, massage it, you know what I'm talking about. So it's going to be a great perk for our teachers, and we're going to expand it because Dr. Sandoval says, we need this in every school, Gloria. I said, yes, sir, I understand. So we're going to try to do our best to expand it.
And I appreciate that you asked our input.
Absolutely.
About which school to start with, so we knew Gillette would be a great place to start.
Yes, thank you. Okay, and then weekend packs, but that's not all. As you know, earlier this past year, we brought in Driscoll Health Plan, and we have been doing some education, parent education at the pantry. With Brittany's done an amazing job, and we outgrew our little pantry. It has so many parents, we had to ask Max to call and get the cafeteria at the care center. Excuse me. KCOS, excuse me. And so it's been amazing turnout. So we can't wait to see what next year brings. But here's just a total of what we were able to purchase. And we have some pictures. And we do want to give a shout out to Brittany because we have been giving, 294 families. We've given at the pantry, 294 families, 1,283 individuals. And we've been able to buy stuff that the food bank does not carry on stock. And you can see her beautiful smile and the beautiful things that we have there. Oh. So we do have a success story, but for the essence of time, I'm going to send this over to Dr. Pitts, and then he can share it with the school board on one of their packets so they can read a beautiful success story from one of your students. And that is all, other than I hope you enjoyed the Thomas Baez presence here at the high school and at Gillette. He really, I think, made a statement with the students, and I hope you all had a chance to meet him. He was wonderful. We have some exciting plans for next year with bringing a different speaker. I'm not going to unveil who it is yet because it's still not done. But we also met as a group with Dr. Sandoval, Max, the attendance truant officer, and all of our staff, Krista Creek, chief program officer, and we met and we strategized over tacos, but still, that was the point, right? We strategized, and we really come up with a plan about coming with an impact committee in every school where we're meeting as a group and talking about these targeted students that need our help, that we can get to improve the attendance. So we're very excited what the future holds. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry I didn't bring everything. Thank you. You've been amazing.
I want to thank all the case managers at CIS because they've been instrumental in helping us with attendance. All the pictures that you see posted about attendance incentives are a direct result from you all, so I really appreciate that. Thank you for thinking of Kingsville first a lot of times. For bringing Thomas Bias from McFarland USA, that was very inspiring for the kids that heard it, and even some of the teachers that told us about their experience of listening to him. So thank you for always thinking about Kingsville ISD.
Thank you. Any questions?
I have a quick question, Gloria. Can you just give me a couple more examples on basic needs? I think you had basic needs. I know you mentioned mortgage. What about like student needs or
yes,
all
sir.
together with family as well?
Yes, sir. So we do have a Living Legends Committee, a group of volunteers that do our fundraising as well, and the funds stay in Kingsville. Those are what we create a budget for that the ladies are allowed to spend in the fall and the spring, and that's where we can do any kind of student support, whether it's school supplies, whether it's shoes, whether it's clothing or something like that. Yes, sir.
Site for students also.
Site for students, there's so many things.
Vision, helping to buy classes, getting the items, things like that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
All right, Board, we have before us tonight the interlocal agreement between Kingsville Independent School District and Community in School Coastal Bends, page 70 to 74 of our packet. And the district recommends, administration recommends that we renew this memorandum of, or the interlocal agreement.
Motion that we.
Motion made by Mr. Chapa,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Ruiz. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Item number 9C, discussion and possible action regarding the memorandum of understanding between Kingsville ISD and Texas A&M University Kingsville social work training support. This can be found on page 75 to 80 of our packet. Dr. Bessenice.
Thank you, President Kufal, Dr. Bettis, and members of the board. Tonight we bring before you the memorandum of understanding between Kingsville and Texas A&M Kingsville University. This MOU is part of a grant that's been joyfully applied for by Kingsville and Temuc entitled Social Work Training Support for Diverse School Communities Project. If funded, the grant will provide 2 full-time social workers plus an intern site for future interns. These employees will serve all district campuses. The administration recommends that the board approve this memorandum of understanding so that we may move forward with the submission of the grant. Are there any questions from the board?
So once you submit, how long after will you find out if you got funded?
Okay, we actually will not know till, she estimated like September. I'm working with one of the professors at Texas A&M Kingsville. So we're working jointly along with Dr. Pitts, who's working the grant side of the grant, that she did reach out to us. We had one interim student who was working here, an intern, Martina, and she worked within our district. And that was the first time she approached me and said, Dr. B, we would love for the district to not only apply for this grant, who would fund for 2 social workers, but also be a future site. The principals raised her hand if Martina was at your campuses. And so she went to all the different campuses and provided social work support to the campuses and their families.
Okay, I have another question.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
say for instance, we don't get awarded that grant.
Mhm.
Is the district responsible to fund those 2 social workers?
Absolutely not. We would not have them unless we were funded. Now, I'm still joining with the university to get interns in the future, as well as school counselors.
Is it a 1-year grant?
No, ma'am. It would fund probably for about 5 years.
Okay, in the actual memorandum of understanding, item number 1 on the first page talks about a KISD practicum instructor. Is that an additional position or?
No, sir, I acted as the instructor for the social work student we had this year. So I as well would be the contact for the university. And my job actually is to help them with their program development, that they write their plan and ensure that they cover all sections of what the university requires. And I just ensure that it's implemented on our campuses.
The next page talks about, we would pay up to 5 students a $5,000 a year stipend if they agree to then come to work for KISD. And again, that would be funding out of the grant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If they agree to come, these are social services, correct?
Yes.
So to come to work for KISD in a social service capacity?
Yes, sir.
All right. That probably wouldn't be covered by the grant because it'd be, I mean, after they were gone, but, so that could potentially be positions that we don't have now.
That's correct.
But again, this is all subject to the grant.
Yes, if the grant is funded, we really situate this.
So is it in the grant then that it continues? For example, if they come to KISD, and would that be positions created then?
Yes, if we are granted the money, then we would open up the 2 positions. Right now, Mariah Boone and I are working, for example, to compare what those positions are being offered. I know Robstown has 2. Alice has about 5 social workers. CCISD has about 33. And CCISD is paying about $75,000 a year per social worker. And so she's adding that into the grant, and it would be funded for approximately 5 to 6 years, depending on the amount of the grant, if we are awarded that money.
Dr. Westmont, the focus of who the social worker sees is students who have fights, are they at risk or?
The role of the social worker is different than a school counselor. And so part of their job is to identify what social services are available in Kingsville, similar to what Communities in Schools does, but a little bit deeper. They're mastered level, trained individuals who work on the identifying underlying issues that perhaps a social worker can assist students with to provide services and to them and their families to help them be more stable, to continue to flourish as students in our district. They provide parent training and so forth. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, going back to the positions. Okay, so you're saying that if awarded, we're gonna be able to hire 2 social workers for 5 years.
That is what Mariah Boone is estimating based on the amount of the grant. Yes, ma'am.
And if it doesn't, is it gonna be just a grant funded position to where once the grant is over, the positions?
Yes.
Or will we sustain it?
No, ma'am. I mean, our intent, and I'm looking at Dr. Pitt, is we were excited about this opportunity when we found the grant because it is for a community that describes Kingsville, the diversity and our socioeconomic needs in Kingsville matches what is in the grant. So we are simply joining forces to apply for the grant, hope and pray that we are awarded the grant, and then it would provide additional resources to our district that would be solely funded through the grant.
Mr. Maddox, have you seen this MOU?
Yes, Mr. President, our office did review it for legal compliance, but if there's a substantive question, I'm happy to answer it.
Well, I was just, item number 8 is a hold harmless, which confused me when I read through it, but I just wanted to make sure that legal had looked at that.
Yes, sir, we saw this, so hold harmless, we cannot be held to that as a public entity, so those actually don't apply to us. We usually add language to the effect of when the law allows, which it doesn't. So it's not going to bind us to that, but it could be more clear.
So Dr. Teles, I'm sorry. We're grant funded through the county through our department. If funding is not there 1 year, guess what happens? We cut, okay? We're not gonna be carrying on the employees. It's grant funded, so there's a grant 1 year, we've got the social workers. If it's not there in year number 3, we're not obligated in any way. I just wanna-
That is correct. It
Like
is-
this year, we had Martina. She was a student there at the university. In fact, she was there for a track scholarship.
Yes.
She was majoring in social work. So we had her for the year, and she knew she was just with us for the year. But she was such a huge help. The principals were always talking about, and gosh, we missed her. We hated that she had to leave, but.
And this is just it's a student intern.
Right.
Yes.
For the most part. And the big dollars is if they agree to come to work here, and otherwise it's $250, which is relatively minimal.
Yes, sir. Martina, she received no funding from us or the university. This was like her student teaching experience. Just
So
what we
even
did.
if the program, if the grant, if we didn't get it, or if the grant goes away, we did get it, it went away, we still could perhaps do something with Tambuk in regard to providing social work services for our students and them receiving some practical experience as
Absolutely.
students trying to-
And so I did reach out to Ms. Boone the previous year, searching for additional assistance for our campuses and our school counselors. And that's when she said the majority of their interns go back to their home communities to do their service work there because they get no money to stay on campus. Martina was very unique because she was here on a track scholarship from Italy. As a matter of fact, she brought her entire family into the building to meet us that had worked with her. And so she was very fortunate because she didn't have a car and she used to ride her bicycle from the university to the campus, and then we would help her get to the schools. But it was a great opportunity for her and for us. And she loved all the schools, but at the end, she said, my favorite campus is CARE and DAEP. Because those students have made mistakes and they just need second and third chances to read. So she really connected with also, those students there.
And I'm familiar with Ms. Boone from university, and she was very impressed with the way that the practicum went for Martina. So that's why she asked Dr. Bess and I said we'd be interested in helping them
Continuing.
apply for the grant.
Yes.
All right, are there any further questions? If not, you've heard the presentation and the recommendation that we enter into this memorandum of understanding between Kingsville ISD and Texas A&M University Kingsville for the social work training support. Is there a motion to approve that action?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Garcia,
I'll second.
seconded by Ms. Salinas. Any further questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Dr. Bessenice. Item number 9D, discussion and possible action regarding the donation from Nissan Automotive. This can be found on page 81 of our packet. Dr. Pitts.
Thank you, Mr. Kuval. As per board policy, whenever we receive a donation for a specific purpose, we need to bring it to the board for approval. The purpose for this donation is for our automotive program, specifically to use those parts for instructional purposes, not to put on cars, but to actually use them for demonstrations by the instructor and practice with the students. I'll take any questions you have.
These were like agreed to by both sides. I mean, they weren't
They,
just.
they get a tax write-off for it, so.
No, but I mean, they weren't just like cleaning out a warehouse. We can actually use them.
Yeah, yes.
All the recalls.
I'm not looking to get force in the mouth. I mean, I appreciate it tremendously. All right. Is there a motion to approve the donation?
So moved, Mr. President.
Motion made by Mr. Garcia, seconded by Ms. Salinas. Any further discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries 7-0. Thank you, Dr. Pitts. The last item is not item 9E, discussion possible action regarding the 2024-2025 board meeting calendar. As is our custom at the first meeting of the new board year, we publish the calendar for the ensuing year. We have continued with our Tuesday meetings, saying that we're going to have a workshop on the first Tuesday of the month and a board meeting on the third Tuesday of the month. Obviously, we've got some in there that are affected by some holidays. Is there a motion to the, and it's not set in stone, it's subject to be changed at any time, but it's at least for planning purposes helps us set some agendas. Is there a motion to approve the calendar as presented? Motion made by Ms. Salinas.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Garcia. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries 7-0. Item number 10, the board is now going to enter into closed session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551.071 and 551.074 to deliberate and consider the following. 10A, consider and deliberate with legal counsel regarding pending litigation and personnel matters. No action will be taken until we return to open session. We're entering closed session at 7:14 p.m.
Mr. President, if I could, real quick, I want to thank all our principals. I know that you all are getting ready for summer. It was a new year. Thank you for sticking with us, and hope you have a great summer. Thank you. We're here to serve you all in any way.
We now return to open session to take necessary action on matters which the board may discuss in open session upon which action may be taken. We're returning to open session at 8:00 PM. There being no further business needing to come before this board, I declare this meeting adjourned at 8:01 PM.
All right.